All right, we're going to continue with the Francis Tardieu book, Backgammon Strategic Concepts, and we're working now on prime versus prime. We only got 4 problems to work with, although 4.5, I guess. So it might be a shorter session than normal. But let's look at this one on the screen and take a look at it. What's the right play and why? And I'd say this is a fairly common situation, not exactly, but it's good to know.
I think I recognize this one. I think you bring those 2 checkers to the 7 point, which means that you don't have to play any sixes,
Yeah.
which means more likely that Brown will collapse before you have to break your prime.
Yeah.
That was my thinking as well.
Yeah. Okay. So that is correct.
Wow.
For reasons that Ray stated. We've got a 6 prime against black here. And black can, if we clear our 7 point and black can get out, black has decent timing for an ace point game. Which is not a particularly good game, but it's better than an ace point game without decent timing. So what we're going to do is stack on the 7 point, meaning that we can't move sixes, and that should slow us down and give us maybe at least 1 roll, maybe 2 rolls for black to come in and crash his board. Hopefully crash his board, and that way, if you recall, when you're playing the bear off against an ace point game, you're, I believe, 95% likely to leave a shot. So if we do leave a shot and get hit, much better to do it against a crash board. So that would be the idea with this play. And so, and that's a good thing to know, because you're, here we can put 2 on the 7 point, but it's usually right to put however many you can when you have the prime here, and you really like black to crash his board. So it's a good one to know. Tardieu's summary of this is a good technique to improve your timing, force your opponent to break their borders to kill your own sixes. So basically exactly what Ray said. So here's a good one.
And it's completely safe next time as well.
Yes, that's a good point too. There are no rolls next time that will leave a shot. So that's yeah, another good aspect of it. You are gonna have, once you clear 2 off, you're gonna have a potential like a 6-5 roll or something like that might leave a shot, or 6-4 or something like that. But for now, you're in good shape. Okay.
Gary,
Yeah.
could you talk about the second and third choice?
Okay. Well, first of all, you've got an overwhelming advantage here anyway, with black with 3 checkers behind a 6 prime. So these choices sort of are, I guess, are more to even out the distribution. As you come in, and so this is a better distribution to final down than that one, but they're pretty close. And this is not so great at
Ricci
all.
warns us about this double sixes. So if you do those, double sixes is gonna open up a blot.
Well, double sixes won't here because these sixes are blocked.
No, no, move the other one, the 5.
Well, all the top plays, as long as you maintain your 7 point, double sixes are blocked, so you're okay with that, at least for now. It's when you get, when you pull this one in, you might 6-5 or something like that, where you can't play the 6, but you're forced to play a blot on the 7 point.
Looks like 6-5 leaves a shot on both of those options.
Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, 6-5, yeah, 6-5 will leave a shot here and here and here. Yeah, because your only 5 is in, these don't play 6. So that's, that's also why this one is preferred. There's no shot leaving numbers. Clearing the 7-point is wrong too, because now you're giving up a 6-3 and a 6-4, 6-5, which basically may lose the game for you right away. And if you play the right play, you're 90% to win. Even the lesser play is 88% to win. Also, double 6s here leaves a shot. So that's another problem with that play. Let's look at this one. Oh yeah, well yeah. Obviously, if you leave a shot directly by moving 1 from the 7-point in, that's kind of silly. But so that's why. Okay. All right. Well, that was easy. So let's go on to this is a little more difficult. What do we play here? And why? What are the considerations? Or one to play?
I think you make the 3-point.
Okay. What's the option?
Come out.
Yeah,
Come
come out. You're facing a 5 broken 5 prime, in which you need a 4.
Hmm.
So you have a 4. And 4, as they say, of course, don't grow on trees.
I would come out and lift.
Come out and live. So 2016, 8-7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have any reason other than we've only got 4s to come out.
Yeah.
And we might have to break in terms of timing. If
Right.
they say
Well,
people-
what would be advantageous for us on black's roll if we come
Black
out?
coming in on the 1.
Yeah, black coming in the 1 behind our own broken 5 prime. And then, but not only that, coming in with something like a 1-6, say, where he's going to break
Yeah.
his prime and leave a blot. Even a 1-2. I guess 1-2 you might break the inner board, but that's not so bad either. Okay. Before we go to the answer on that one, let's look at a different scenario. Same roll. However, in black, instead of having the 3-point as spares on his 7 and his 8. Does this change anything?
Guessing this makes coming out better, right? Because you don't like gain on like if white immediately, or sorry, if black immediately rolls like 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, right? Can absorb one of those numbers with the spare checkers.
Yeah, yes. Good observation. Yeah. Black's much more flexible now with these spares out here. So if he comes in with a 1 something other than a 1-2, I guess, even a 1-2, he's not forced to break his board necessarily or to break a point.
But my thinking otherwise is we're favored to come in if he comes in and hits. So that's why I still think it's
Yeah.
right to come out with the 4.
Yeah. Well, I think the point here is, can you see how it's better? Well, in the other position, black has some awkward rolls coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
in which he's going to break his prime. And so it's going to be better, whatever the right answer is, it's going to be better. And whereas black has no awkward rolls coming in, so it's going to be more imperative to run in this case than in this case.
Hmm.
Okay. So just to get into the answer, and it's surprising to me that what a huge
Right.
error it is. Here it is making the point. And it's a huge error to do the running play.
And hope he comes in.
Yeah. Well, yes. Now the thing that it's easy to forget about is that you have a fair bit of timing here. White has a fair bit of timing here. Even if black doesn't come in right away. And the reason for that is that you've got these two spares here and this spare here that will probably give you a couple rolls for you to roll a 4. Which will then give you more timing. And even if you come in all the way and break your 6 point, black still needs a 6 and you need a 4. Two 4s really. So you know you have you have some timing here. Let's look at this one. Oh, and if black does come in with the ace, again, he's likely to break something. There's a good chance he'll break something, giving you much better chances and then really gammon chances if you can hit it. On this one, okay, it's coming out. You don't have the chance. Black's not going to break anything if he comes in, and so you don't have the timing. Well, you don't have you have the same time issue, but black has more of the timing to hold on to his 5 prime. And so yeah, lifting is top choice, but even this one gives you more flexibility to making the 3 point. Once you come out, then you're not nearly as desperate to make the for another 4 because you got this checker to do all the running around. So this move gives you more chances to make the 3 point, which is what you'd really like to make next if you had the next roll. So 4-1 the next roll, you're going to make the 3 point. Well, maybe yes. Okay, and this is and so this is this is not a blunder, but it's now you've got now if black comes in with the ace, he's not going to break. And so that that's that would be the reason. So it's not obvious how you figure that out. I think it's by comparing them you can see why one is better than the other in one sort of sense rather than the other. But it's not clear to me. Well, it's not obvious to me how this is immediately better when you've got 2 or 3 rolls to roll 4 to give you the timing. Just Tardieu's explanation here is a tiny difference in timing and our structure can be hugely influential in determining the correct play. When your opponent has a more menacing structure, it may be worth taking advantage of a temporary weakness to try to escape. So he's saying this is a more menacing structure. I guess I'm not sure he doesn't exactly say what he means by menacing, but it's timing that's the problem. Also, I guess I suppose attacking. Later on, black comes in and can't do anything. He has more checkers to attack, but I think it's really more about timing. So menacing may not have been the right choice. Okay. All right, similar play. Similar situation. 4-2 to play. What do we do here?
Take the two, maybe.
Yeah, well, so the first thing is this, you must do this. And hopefully that's clear to everyone. If you don't do that, then you're giving black free rein to either come out with a lot of timing or even attack here or do all sorts of stuff. So you really, and if black comes in and hits you, it's probably game over for that. But what you must hit and hope that he dances and that will hopefully give you a chance to roll the 6 to come out from behind his prime. And so the question really is, okay, what do you do with the 4?
Seven, three.
Yeah, well, that would have been my first thought. 7-3.
So that's wrong.
Yes. So
It's
what's
gotta
the
be
4?
6-2.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 6-2.
Well, it duplicates his rules because he wants, oh, no, it doesn't. The 6 that he wants to get to come in. Yeah, he's gonna get around pretty quick.
I was thinking this gives the small numbers are good for us, and a couple of them, and then the 6 is good also. So
Yeah.
I thought it diversified our numbers.
Well, yeah, with this play, I mean, either way, we're giving up a direct shot.
Right.
And if we give up the shot, we're done, pretty much.
Right.
We need to get the 6 and come around before. The advantage with this one, though, is that first of all, black may not come in with a 6. Now we need a 6 and black needs a 6, and pretty much the first one, the 6, most of the time is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Here, we have more timing to come in. You know, if we do this, we may not be able to make the 2-point.
True.
If we do
Right.
this, we'll be able to at least clear the 6-point. If we
Right.
if we don't get a low 1 something to make it, or a 6 to come out. I suppose if we get double 6s, 1, 2, 3, we're still going to leave it. But
Good point.
that's about the only time that we're going to leave it for next time. So we can always, we're going to lift it next time. This one, we may not lift it. We may be forced to crunch and leave more shots.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
I guess like a 5-2. 5-2, we have to lift this one and come in. So, we're leaving the 2-point again. Now we're leaving the 6 open and the 2. So
Right. Good point.
that's the rationale for that. Give you Tardieu's explanation here. Says attack is often the best defense. In order to escape a back checker, you should sometimes play aggressively in your own board and consider searching points to give yourself better timing or diversify your roles. Yeah, so I mean, I think the main thing is you have to hit. And if you don't hit, if you do one of these other silly plays, leaving, I don't know who would do that. Or this one.
Mm.
Those are silly plays, or this one. Not hitting. So yeah, even these plays are better than not hitting. I mean, these are horrible plays, and these aren't great, but so you have to hit. So that's, to me, that everyone should know that by now. That's kind of, easy. I maybe beginners wouldn't know that, but you have to hit to put him on the bar and hope he dances. And the question is, what's the best four to play? And it's this one, for the reasons that I say. You can clean that up with uh, every roll except double sixes, and double sixes aren't so bad. Um, um, and then that will give you more timing. And when once you move in, then you're killing your fives will be killed next time, and so that will help preserve your board a little while longer until hopefully you can roll a six. Okay, last one for today, and the last problem in the prime versus prime section. So here's an interesting one. What do we think about this one?
Hmm. Hmm.
And 7 to 5.
I mean, I think the
7 to
argument,
3.
so after 4 to 3, I think the argument for 13 to 9 is that it's not even like really clear if black should be hitting with the one as opposed to stepping up. I mean, maybe you're supposed to, but I have no idea. But then that's at least trying to make the 6 prime.
7 to 3. And 7 to 1.
So Vex, say that again. I didn't. I sort of got some of it. What was your?
Yeah, I would think 4 to 3 and then 13
Yeah.
to 9 with the idea of trying to make the 8 point next time, because it's not even really clear if black should be hitting with the one, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was my thinking.
Yeah, one black has several great ones anyway.
Yeah. Well, we certainly want to extend the prime to a 5 prime. And so
Yeah.
we can do it in a number of ways. We can cover with 4-3. That's the easiest way. And then where's the 4? And you can either move 8 to 4 or 13 to 9. And 8 to 4 doesn't leave you any shots right away, but then you're not going to extend the prime.
Mhm.
That's 7 to 3 and 7 to 6.
7, 6, 7, 3. Okay. And what are you left with here?
Direct 6 out.
Mhm.
Direct 6 out. Yeah, a 6-1 is kind of a joker, but you've broken you had a chance to make a 5 prime and you gave it up to keep your 4 prime.
Okay, I see.
So, 5 prime is a whole lot better than a 4 prime. Yeah, so I think the question is, do you do this? Or do you do this?
I think the second's worth the risk.
Yeah.
I think I prefer this play
Mhm.
because he has a 1 to come up and a 1 to hit.
Right.
Yes, you are duplicating ones here. Black's got to come up with the 1. If he rolls a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so,
I prefer this play.
yeah, unless he rolls double ones, he's coming up here with the 1.
Right.
Maybe, or I guess a 4-1 maybe. I don't know. But anyway, black does need a 1. right away, or he's not getting over that prime. And then here, the other advantage here is now you've got a chance with either a 1 or a 5 to make your 6 prime. And if you can do that, you're certainly in a much stronger position. You still have to extract these guys, which may be a problem, but you're in much better shape by doing it.
Mhm.
Okay. And so the answer is, yeah, these are the two choices that we looked at. This is better by far. Plus it. Okay, actually this is a blunder on plus. But yeah, extend the prime. Generally, it's a good rule to, if you can slot the back of your 5 prime, you're much more, that's usually the right thing to do because you want to make it a 6 prime. Sometimes you wouldn't do that. There are times when you wouldn't do that. If you can leave a direct shot, maybe. But even if you leave a direct shot, it's often right to do that. So here, when you make the 5 prime, you've effectively slotted already as long as you don't move it. So don't move it. You're duplicating 1s, and so even if he does hit you, you have the chance to make the 6 prime. The explanation on this one is, if a roll allows you to extend your prime at either end, choose the play that also improves your inner board. Stay sharp for plays that can significantly position in exchange for limited risk. So, I guess that his explanation explains why this extending the prime by the end is less preferable to
Mhm.
here, extending it from the beginning, but it's also, it's hard to it's hard to extend it further from the beginning when you have a 1 here to roll that, because you can only extend it with a 1 pretty much. And next time, okay, you can extend it with a 5, but then you've broken your prime to the end. So that's his explanation is true there, but kind of this is the point in this situation. You really, to use this checker, you can only go there pretty much. Okay, so that's it for today. We finished that chapter. Next time we're going to go on to actually the final 2 chapters of this book, and they are, I will take a minute, Pay Now, Pay Later, which is always a big challenge. And then we're going to go into some problems on the back game, which are also a lot of fun. Okay,
What-
thanks everybody.
Thank
Gary,
you.
what chapter was that?
We were just finished chapter 5, which is prime versus prime, and we're going
Okay.
to chapter 6, which is pay now, pay later, and then chapter 7 is the last chapter, and that's back games.